Bob Seaman had maintained his good pace over the weekend and landed himself a time good enough for 5th place. Proof that he is ready to step up to the main championship in 2010. As Bob is in the trophy rally, his 5th place transfers to winner of that category. Ian Bartlett had been clean and consistent all weekend, and his times have been enough to put him in 5th place overall at the end of the event. A good return to the series for Ian. Phil Ibbotson, on his striking drive, had been almost trouble-free all weekend, but on one of his final runs, he did do some damage to the gearbox and was having trouble changing down the gears. Despite this, he finishes in 6th place. Gary Bartlett in the Milner R4 finishes the day in 7th place. Eighth place at the end of the day was the slightly second-hand looking Tomcat of Tony Coyd, but he wasn't the only one with damage from this weekend. Despite his accident, Tim Dilworth takes maximum times on the final runs and finishes the event in 9th place. Richard Green finished in 10th place in his Bowler Tomcat. Martin Cox had commented on how the car had been reliable all weekend, and he was rewarded with 11th place. It could have been a different story if he hadn't rolled out on day one. Alan Wilkinson finished in 12th place overall in his Milner R5. Greg McLeod was overcoming his various problems, but on the last run of the event, the gearbox gave up and he was forced to take a maximum, ending his event in 13th place. For Justin Birchall, his problems would continue to the end, with yet another puncture on one of his final runs. 14th overall after a difficult weekend is all he could manage. Martin Gold was another driver who would want to forget this weekend. With numerous problems over the 2 days of racing, it wouldn't stop there, with Martin pulling off the course just after the start when a prop shaft broke for a second time. 15th overall was his final result. James Webb finished in 16th place despite not finishing his final runs. While Dean Sutcliffe rounded up a bad weekend in 17th place. Second place in the trophy rally was the event sponsor Paul Myers in his Britpart 100. As part of our behind the scenes look at this exciting championship, we'll catch up with Paul at the next round to speak to him about his and Britpart's involvement with the BCCC. With only one clubman entry, it was a clear-cut win for Richard Hayward in the Bowler Wildcat.
Well, at the end of a difficult event, Richard Kershaw does come out on top, so it's to Driffield with another win under your belt, Richard.
Yeah, hopefully. Results confirmed, but I think it will be. Yeah, we had a good weekend and come out with what we needed, so that's good.
So mathematically, have you won the championship here with that, or do you still go to Driffield with Tim having a chance to catch you back up?
Tim can't, but I'm not sure about Chris Hammond. Because it was all a bit close. I'll have to check the results, but I'm not quite sure on that one.
Well, we'll double check and
yeah, we'll see where we're at when it's all confirmed and everything else.
Okay, well, congratulations, you stayed out of trouble. You were leading anyway. Obviously Tim's accident meant that you had an even bigger lead, and it's obviously unfortunate for him, but at least he's okay.
Yeah, it was some fantastic racing to the other point, and I mean, Anthony's comment this morning, and we both put a very similar run time in, and it was, I can't remember what he said now, something along the lines of one of us is going to go off today at this speed. But we knew that, however, sort of the championship was sort of between us this morning, and that was the big key to it all this morning, so hopefully, yeah, we'll see how it all pans out anyway, but good.
Well, famous last words, thanks for that. Well, Dan Lofthouse has improved on his last outing at Crickhowell. Second here today. Dan, how was the event?
The event's been quite difficult, actually. The course is very hard on tyres, particularly. I've had 4 punches again this weekend, same as what we had at the beginning of the year. Just a modification to the wheels meant they stayed on the bead a bit better, so I didn't actually destroy rims.
What modifications is that?
Just like a little bead locker thing we make, and just basically keeps them on the rim and stops them coming off. As soon as the tyre comes off a rim with the rough and the rocks, the last 2 minutes destroyed, and then you have to take brake discs, calipers, everything out then. So luckily we only had one of them this weekend. The rest of the time it's gone alright. With the punches I lost minutes to Richard and Tim, so it was one of them where I just carried on and played my own pace, and hopefully we got second. Tim's crashed out unfortunately, and Richard were miles off, so we had a reliable weekend and a good result again.
So as far as the championship goes, am I right in thinking mathematically you can't win the championship, but you go to Driffield obviously with nothing to lose to have a good battle?
Yeah, basically I can't win the championship. I think Richard might have actually won it today.
Yeah, we're not sure, we need to confirm that.
And then basically we'll go and we'll maybe have a fight with Tim for second at Driffield.
Okay. Well, we'll see you at Driffield, and in the meantime, enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
That's all from round 5 of the MSA Britpart British Cross Country Championship. Join us next time when the championship heads to the final round in Driffield, Yorkshire, where we will see who is crowned 2009 British Cross Country Champion.